Hello, happy spring. Welcome to my March mystery reads. March 1st is spring to me. And it's a very exciting time. We're done with winter, even though it's technically still winter. It's March, it's spring. We're wearing green grass, manifesting, okay? I'm excited, except it is raining and dark and dismal. But you know what? It's the hope of spring that carries us forth. All right, I have all of the books on my physical bookshelf that I have not read in this lovely jar, and I'm going to pick mystery reads to work on this month. I'm trying to work my way through the books on my bookshelf that I haven't read, and it's been such a fun project so far. I'm very indecisive, so this really helps me just get right into it. So there's too many slips for that jar, so I always put them in here to mix them up because they just don't even move. Okay, I dropped one. Yikes. All right, here we go. This is our first pick for March. Let's see how many I can read. January and February, I read 2 books. So let's see if I maybe can sneak a third in this month. Okay, you look first. What is it? The Green Kingdom. Guys, you know why I'm excited? Because it's on theme. Wait, where is it? I'm looking at my bookshelf. You would think it would be green. But it's green. And green grass. Why am I so excited about this? Also, what's very exciting about this is this little heart that you see right here. If you haven't watched my other videos, that means I get to go treat myself. I get to go out and pick a treat to enjoy while I read my book. Actually, oh, here it is. Sorry, everyone. I saw it. It's right. I'm so excited about this, guys. It's Cornelia Funk. I don't know how to say her last name, and that's a shame because I really love her and I've read a lot of her books. So that deserves a Google on my part. But she's the author of Inkheart. And if you've read this series, Dragon Rider, and a bunch of other books that are wonderful. Love her as a writer. I'm very excited. This is her new one. And it was published just last year. Wow, it's upside down. Okay. The cover's on upside down. What am I doing? All right. Yes, it was published last year, and it is about, from award-winning author comes a riddle-filled quest and the spellbinding adventure of a lifetime, The Green Kingdom. We're starting off strong. Okay, let's get into it. I'll do a check-in once I have made my way about halfway through the book. That was fast. I already read it. And I did not get my treat. And I did not update you guys. But it's a beautiful day. It's spring weather. It's sunny. And it's a juvenile fiction, so you can read it in like an hour or 2. So yes, I finished it already. And it was not what I was expecting because apparently I didn't even really read a summary of it. I thought it was fantasy, and I think I just expected that because she writes a lot of fantasy, but it was realistic fiction. Really cute though. It's like about a 12-year-old girl who spends the summer in a different city, Brooklyn, and her and her parents spend the summer in Brooklyn because of her dad's work. And like at first she doesn't want to go, but then she meets new friends and she finds these mysterious letters that are like clues written between these 2 sisters from years and years ago. And they go back and forth and give each other clues about plants because the one sister is in a different country than the other sisters. So it's just really cute. I think it's a great book for kids to experience a little bit of mystery, but also appreciate learning about different types of plants. And I'm all for anything that fosters an awareness and an appreciation for the natural world. So this was a really good one. So I would give this one 4 stars just because I know her other books, and I mean, it's a juvenile fiction. So of course the writing's simplistic, but like I was kind of expecting more of her elaborate descriptive writing. And it was just a little bit simpler than I thought, but still lovely, a lovely little read. So I'm actually going to pick another one, and we're going to just push the treat onto the next book. Unless I get another treat one, which means, oh no. Do I have to get 2 treats? Okay. I'm keeping them in the jar now because I realized, like, Laura, you don't have to mix them every time. They're mixed now. I guess I only have to mix them if I add new books. Okay. I'm getting in there, guys. I really want to find a hidden treasure. Why do I have 6 in my hand? Okay. The Happy Prince. This is another, wait, have I read this? Pause, because I'm confused. Okay, I just pulled this off my shelf. I was confused because I thought it was the Little Prince, which I've read. This is The Happy Prince, which is the collection of 5 short stories by Oscar Wilde. We all know how I felt about the last short story collection, so we'll see. We'll see. And it's only 80 pages. So I'm actually going to pick 2 books because I don't like to read a whole bunch of short stories together. So I'd rather just like read one and then like go to a different book. And it's a beautiful day today. I'm going to read outside, so I want to have a more substantial book to read. So the first, I didn't even look at the title. I saw that heart. It really got me. The Once and Future Witches. Okay, wait, I think it's hilarious that I said a substantial book and I picked The Once and Future Witches because, well, I mean, it's pretty chunky. I've been so excited to read this book. I have you, if you know me, you know I love Alex E. Harrow, probably top 3 authors. And this one I have not gotten to yet, so I'm so excited about this. So yeah, it is like 500 pages. So this is certainly my substantial novel that I wanted. And I think I'm going to have to get a treat either today or tomorrow from these beautiful spring days for my book. Okay. I'm happy about these picks. Let's read. It's only been a few hours and I'm back because I loved this and I already read it and I didn't take a break and I read them all at once. I'm giving myself whiplash here. They were just funny and they were so Oscar Wilde. I'm going to keep this one because I might even read this one with my kiddos when they're older because they're just like funny, clever parables almost. They have like the moral, and they're all focused on like the redemptive power of love, but not in like a really profound or cheesy way. They really just read like parables, or classic fairy tales. So this one was really fun. And I'm putting it back because I'm keeping it. I also read the first chapter, just like one chapter of Once and Future Witches. And it's, of course, amazing from page 1. So this is going to be a great time. All right, just wanted to give you a little update there of my surprising discovery. Okay, I'll be back. Dunkin', here I come. It's truly every single day that I have to stop myself from getting Dunkin'. So I don't have to stop myself today because I gave myself permission for a treat. Look at her. Look at how she's so beautiful in the sunshine. It's the, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's the strawberry berry refresher. So it's their strawberry dragon fruit and their berry. It's delicious. I was really just so sad that the berry sangria flavor that they had during Christmas and winter went away. But now they have a new berry flavor, so it's okay now. It's great. I'm so excited to enjoy this. As you can see, what a gorgeous day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Update on the Once and Future Witches. I'm about 1/3 the way through. This book is set in 1893 in Salem. So before I say anything, I just keep thinking about Hannah with this book. Hannah, this book has your vibes all over it. I think you should read it. There's my recommendation. But it's about 3 sisters. So also makes me think of Hannah and Grace. It's just wonderful. And they kind of are estranged from each other at the beginning of the book. They're all adults, but they all went separate ways because they had a troubled youth with their father. Anyway, they all are brought back together because of some witchy magic. And in Salem in 1893 right now, there's a lot of activity and movement for women's right to vote. And they get involved in that, but then it turns into this search for bringing back witches and magic, and like the old magic. So these 3 sisters come back together and they're starting to heal their bond, and they're starting to kind of gather people, like women together, to form like a society of witches and, claim their power that way. So it's really good. It's really cool. Loving it. And I had to stop here about 1/3 of the way through because it's time for the second treat, okay? Because something has been on my mind. Every year around Easter, I don't know why, it's Easter, I crave candy, like sour candy. And like people on the internet are doing candy salads left and right. I don't know what it is about Easter, but it's like everybody, like candy salads are all year round, but like especially around Easter, it's like everyone rediscovers a good candy salad. And I've only ever made like one before, and I was like, I really want to. And I really, my husband and I made like a Snackle box full of Easter candy last year. So maybe this is why I'm like, my body's like, it's time. But I remembered like loving the Easter candy that was out. So I had to go and get some. Guys, I went to Walmart for this and it was horrible. So I really deserve it, especially now since I did that. Okay. But I did get 4 different types of candy because if I got more than that, I would have gone bankrupt. Okay. I don't know why everything's so expensive. Like, yeah, chocolate like is so expensive, but now it's all candy. I was like, this is too much to be paying. But we're starting off with the Sweet Tarts jelly beans, guys. We had these last year, and Sweet Tarts are like my favorite candy overall. Like their version of everything, like the rings, the ropes. I just love sour things, but like tart things, so it's perfect. This is gonna be loud. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Ooh. I hope these were the flavors. They have the flavors on here? I don't know. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, it's so springy Easter. Wait, you're not able to see that. I'll show you at the end. Okay, then we have the Albanese Easter ones. They're little bunnies and carrots. We love a seasonal gummy. Also, Albanese are like the best brand of gummies in general. They are flawless. And third, we have Sour Patch Bunnies. They're so cute. let's get a close-up of this blob. Beautiful, beautiful art there. Okay, I love it. Oh, look at all that citric acid going in there. It's gonna make everything sour. I love it. Okay. Sour Patch Kids are just like classic. You gotta have them in there. And then I got Sweet Tart ropes because they are my favorite candy. But I'm gonna cut them this time because I've seen people do that. And I'm like, wow, genius. Because then it's like, that one's fine. Then it's just like small little bites instead of feeling like you're going through them so fast. You can get like the little bites in your candy salad. Like chopping up little peppers for a real salad. We're just gonna pretend they're being healthy with this. Okay. Wow, it's actually really hard to cut these. I'm gonna mix this and I'm gonna pause that filming because that's gonna be loud and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Look how beautiful she is. The colors, the smells, the flavors. This is like the perfect mix, I think. I'm not gonna eat any right now because I'm currently drinking my coffee and that's not a good mix. But I'm very excited to sit down with this at some point today and have a few little sweet bites of my candy salad while I read. I finished The Once and Future Witches. I loved it, first of all, because it's Alex Harrow and she's a wonderful writer. Amazing stories. I just did a quick search and I believe this is her second book that she wrote. I think that The 10,000 Doors of January, which I already read, was her first book, but I'm not certain on that information. Regardless, this was one of her earlier books. It was first published in 2020. So I can definitely tell the difference between this book and then The Everlasting, which is her newest book that came out like last fall. She just keeps getting better and better. I love it. Now, I think I'm going with 4 stars for this book, which is really hard for me because I want to give it 5. Because first of all, it's really hard for me to give one of my favorite authors anything less than 5 stars, but I'm trying to be more careful and more thoughtful about giving out 5 stars because I tend to just be like, wow, this person really spent a lot of time on this book and it's a great story, 5 stars. But I'm trying to take more consideration. So because of a few things, I'm giving it 4 stars. Number 1, just personal preference. I like some of her other books better and her stories better. Number 2, it did get a little long in the middle. I mean, it's over 500 pages, and I do think it could have been shorter. And then also number 3, I was not having a great time because I was stressed. I was stressed about these poor sisters and these poor women and women in general struggling and just having to deal with the just idiocy of society. And there was so much hardship in this book. Like, the conflict was never ending. And the problem is it's true to life, you know? These things actually happened and women still continue to struggle and it was just stressful. Also, I keep reading these books, not by choice and not knowingly, but I keep reading these books where mothers are separated. This is a spoiler. Sorry, spoiler for anybody who's going to read this book and hasn't read it yet. So skip ahead 30 seconds. I keep reading these books where mothers are separated from their children or from their babies. They're babies. They're just little babies. And it's really hard for me to read as a person who has a toddler and also is pregnant. So that was hard for me to read. So yeah, I of course loved it, but it was a little hard to get through in some ways because it was stressful and a little long. But okay, guys, it's a beautiful day today. Gorgeous. And I gotta go outside and I gotta read, and I have one more week left for March. So I'm picking one more. This is dangerous. Can I read it this week? We shall see. We shall see. This is upside down. Tangerine. Tangerine. Is it orange? Let me find this. I have no idea what this is. I found it and it was green and blue. This I picked up from a book sale at some point. It's a thriller, apparently, but the cover looks like historical fiction. It's a juicy melodrama cast against the sultry, stylish imagery of North Africa in the 50s. So this is kind of a very interesting pick because I kind of forgot that it was on my shelf. And we're clocking in at about 300 pages. So let's see what we think about Tangerine. We're wrapping things up for March. I finished it in time. This was just a different read for me. It's a 3 stars personally. Honestly, it was like in between 2 and 3. It just didn't wow me. It was fine. I don't read suspense a lot and I don't go to it. So like that's definitely part of it. Personal preference. But it was just fine. That's all I can say. It's about the 2 main characters are Lucy and Alice, and they're friends, but there's something more going on. What's going on behind the scenes, you know? And that's really all I'm going to say because you can't really talk too much about a thriller plot without giving much away. And also it just was not remarkable. If you read thrillers, give it a go. It's a quick read. I didn't talk about, I think I said I was keeping this one, but I tried to tell if I'm going to keep them or donate them as I read them. So obviously I'm keeping The Happy Prince, and obviously I'm keeping The Once and Future Witches. These 2 I think I will be parting ways with. I'm just not attached to them. They were good reads, but they can go on to the next reader. So that was really fun. I also have to do one more little update for you guys because we talked about the candy a lot and I had to come back to it. This is the mix. This is the mix. Go to Walmart if you dare, or somewhere else that sells these brands, and get these things because, oh my gosh, it's perfect. The textures and the flavors are so good, so Eastery. I'm just loving, my whole family is loving this candy mix. Thank you for coming along with me in March, and I'm looking forward to another fun spring reads in April. Let's see what we get in April. And happy reading, everyone. Bye.